Hey guys, happy Sunday. Of course, I have to talk after Jerry and Chickadee. All right, so a few things, just a few things. These are introductions, so I guess I'll introduce myself. My name is Michael Redhead Champage, for those of you who don't know me. I originally come from Shamattawa. Michael. I have known all of my life, all I've known has been the north end of Winnipeg. Consider myself a product of the child welfare system. Grew up in poverty, and grew up not knowing a lot about my identity as a Cree person. So those are some of the challenges that I faced as an individual, and something that I didn't know for 18 years. 18 years, something that I didn't know was that there were so many people around me that were the same. Disconnected from their home communities, growing up in poverty, products of the child welfare system, being told their entire life that they are not going to be successful. However, fortunately for me, they were all wrong. And fortunately for my peers, all those people that were saying those things about me and saying things about us, they were wrong too. And I really think that's what I Don't Know More has done. It has shined a spotlight on young Indigenous people, the Jerrys of the world, okay? Other young people in our communities and in our neighborhoods and in our nations who are educated, who are articulate, who not only have an understanding of the things that the Western world values, things like economy, barf. Sorry, no offense to any economists in the room. But we understand things like economy. We understand things like institution, the innuendos and the repercussions that come from politics and being outspoken. So we're very well versed to be successful according to a Western standard. Many of us also happen to know English very well, which enables this ease of communication that you see before you. However, double whammy, and I bet you Stephen Harper didn't see this one coming. Not only are we educated in Western institutions like post-secondary and economic systems, we are also educated by the chickadees of the world, by our elders and our ancestors in our community. And we are able to learn about the strength and the resilience of our ancestors and our nations. We're able to hear those teachings within the medicine wheel and understand that we are all related regardless of the color of our skin. And like a circle, it is not complete if one of you is missing. All right, so something that is done to one of my brothers and sisters or my family members or my neighbors, if you're hurting, I'm hurting. But guess what? That goes both ways. Because if I'm hurting, so are you. And I think part of what I Don't Know More has done, it has given the Michaels and the Jerrys and the young people a microphone, just like right now. And the message that we're trying to get out there is that we're hurting. And if we're hurting, so is every single one of you. So is Stephen Harper. So are all of those people that criticize the movement. An injustice to one is an injustice to all. And I think that I was really lucky, and Jerry shared some of his experiences, and I really related to a lot of them. Many of us as young people get involved in these institutions and systems thinking that, naively, that we can change things for the better. It could be an Aboriginal organization, it could be a Western organization, it could be school, it could be jail. What do we learn very, very quickly when we start trying to challenge and trying to fight those things? We learn very quickly that the people that have the power want to keep the power. And we learn very quickly that just because we need to change things for the betterment of our ancestors that are yet to come, and our children that are yet to come, and the wellness of Mother Earth, they say, no, 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 no. This is my power. I'm going to keep my power. Guess how much power you get? None. Fortunately, because of the supports that us young people have had from our elders and our spiritual teachings, we ain't going to take that for an answer. We are not going to take no for an answer when an organization, a corporation, or a government, I don't care how big and bad you think you are, if you think you're going to come into our communities, continue to contribute to the negative health outcomes that happen to affect primarily young Indigenous people at a very disproportionate way, and think that we're not going to do something about it? Let me tell you a story. In 2010, the young people that I had become connected to in the north end of Winnipeg got to a point where we felt unheard. We felt like the organizations and institutions and businesses and systems that served us as young Aboriginal people in the north end of Winnipeg, one of the most violent, one of the most impoverished urban centers, one of the most hopeless, if you will, according to Western media outlets, communities, us young people got together and we started a group called AYO, Aboriginal Youth Opportunities. No one pays us to be there. No adult tells us what we have to do. It is simply us young Indigenous people supporting other young Indigenous people to achieve the goals that we have. Now, here's the thing. We didn't start this out of ego. We didn't start this so that we could be the people to be making all the changes. We started this because we needed help. And there's a humility, there's a teaching called humility that is absolutely integral to our identity as Indigenous nations, and is something that the Western world has entirely forgotten. And that's why we're sick. That's why this world is sick. Because this concept of humility, of asking for help, of understanding when we need help, of understanding when things are sick, and understanding when we need to change ourselves, is gone in the Western world. And what I Don't Know More hopes to do, very much like what AO intended to do a couple years in advance of it, is connect our young people to the teachings, empower our youth to become leaders, and to share that natural law. Share those teachings as simple as humility, respect, and love with the rest of the world. Because you open the newspaper, you turn on the TV and tell me how much we don't need it. Because guess what we do? So I Don't Know More is shining a light on young people that are versed in traditional knowledge, in natural law, that are versed in Western knowledge and institutional whatever, that good stuff, right? Western, and those papers, you know, what do they call it, degrees? Yeah, sure. Clearly I'm not one of them. But the idea is we have those two sets of knowledge, and we are now using them as much as we can. And to me, I Don't Know More is all about education, and that has been my focus ever since the very beginning. Not only educating myself, but like Jerry mentioned, translating the things that, you know, these amazing ladies say in a more youth-friendly way. We are the messengers. We are the messengers of that natural law and those Indigenous teachings to our brothers and sisters and other young people. It is us that have to do the translation. We have a responsibility, and we're taking it. And we may not have the national headlines every single night anymore. Does that mean we're going away? Hell no. Because guess what? I'm in this for life. And all of you are in this for life too.